time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Hello, Soul family. Today is May 22nd. We survived our Soul Ignite activity this last week, and it was so good to see so many of you and get a hug in person. So thank you for coming out and being with us. As I mentioned in the post on Facebook and in the text you received, we had some amazing improvements that we made, and we're going to jump into those today. So today's going to be a little bit differently. We're going to do a little bit of a recap from what we talked about at Ignite and hopefully get through most of that information. Now, if you're joining us for the first time or it's been a while since you've been with us, make sure you chime in on our YouTube channel live so we can see that you are out there and get your name into the bucket of fun to see if you can win some stuff. And we got some great stuff to win today. First off, we've got our Soul Naturals branded insulated bottle. We've also got the Soul Naturals tumbler with the stainless steel straw and a little scrubby brush as well. And last but not least, we're going with the Soul Excel Vibrancy Enhanced insulated bottle as well, guys. So we got some great stuff going on. No, this one is not to give away today. This is just to show you that the show is brought to you by Cinemate because it's delicious. So there you go. We're giving away those today. We're going to be quick with them because, gosh dang, we got a ton of stuff to cover. And I know you guys are really anxious to hear about what we've got going on. By way of announcement as well, our mental health tumblers, these ones right here. Look how awesome that thing is. It's huge, it's beautiful. Guys, these are fantastic. They got that same feel as a lot of the popular mugs out there. These are available to purchase again and will be till the end of the month, so make sure you get out there and purchase some. As always, we make a small donation to the Heart and Soul Foundation as well to make sure we're covered there. So anyway, be kind to your mind, Soul Naturals. You saw a lot of people walking around with these at Ignite, so make sure that you get on and buy one as well. They're so great. Also, I know we're going to go over a lot of stuff and you're going to be wondering, when are you going to see more about this stuff? You're going to see emails and texts about the things we're covering today. They'll go out at 10:30 a.m. Utah time. So just about the time this gets over, you're going to see it. So good stuff. Also, if you haven't noticed already, our Soul Clear SI, there was a lot of people requesting we go in a bigger size for it, especially this time of year when allergies are so prevalent. And you got your wish. So if you go online, you'll now see that the Soul Clear SI has been launched in a 180 count bottle for sharing with your family and friends, and now it's just so much more convenient. That comes with a 16% discount over the cost of the smaller bottle. So man, you can't beat that. So those are live now. We announced that at Ignite. They are live as of today, so you are good to go there. Before we jump into everything though, let's honor and recognize those who did so many great things in inviting people to join the Soul family over the last week with our little segment we call Rock and Roll. Let's go with our top 10. Number 10, Esperanza Torres de Lara. Congratulations. We've also got Elena Martinez coming in at 9. We've got Orelbis y Esther Figuera coming in at 8. We got Jose M. Carvajal at 7. We got Sonia and Pedro Hernandez coming in at 6. At number 5, we've got Aleseg LLC. At number 4, Sofia Aquino. At number 3, Juan Montiel. Number 2, Jose Luis Avina. And number 1, a name you've seen a lot, and we got to honor her as our newest 100K at Ignite. We've got Veronica Martinez. I promise you there's a direct correlation between her hitting her 100K and seeing her name on Rock and Roll every single week, guys. So we're so grateful for all that she's doing as well, and all those that made this list, for all of you guys who are bringing people in as well. Now, as I mentioned before, man, we had some really exciting improvements that we made to the compensation plan over at Ignite, and those announcements are so amazing. So we're gonna jump into those now. I recognize we're gonna do kind of a quick review of them. So you may need to watch this video multiple times to really wrap your mind around it, but have no fear. For the next few weeks, maybe even month or so, we'll really be diving into what these changes mean to you as we move forward. Now, the changes I'm going to be showing you all go live on June 1st. You really can't make changes to compensation plans or anything like that in the middle of a month. It just doesn't work. It throws everything off. So we're going to start June 1st. So just recognize that first. If you forget, come back and watch me saying this again, and then you'll be good to go. So at Ignite, our very first thing we wanted to announce to everybody was what we call rank freedom. Let's go ahead and jump into these slides now. The amazing thing about rank freedom and something that we noticed is people were building their organizations. There was a lot of people that were really struggling to hit that next rank just because they didn't have the leaders that they needed. And it's kind of a tough deal to be so close but not have those leaders. Plus, it's one of those things in the network marketing industry that some people don't love. They're like, man, I love selling the product. I love getting people in a better spot in their life, but I just can't find other people who want to build with me. And I don't feel comfortable trying to convince people to be builders when they're not. And we heard you, and we wanted to make a change. And we see all the changes that are coming out in this industry, and we want to stay at the forefront of those. So we are announcing what we're calling rank freedom, and it will look like this. Whoops. Here we go. 2 basic requirements moving forward with rank. Number 1, you need to have the minimum OV required for the rank. And number 2, you need to have the minimum OV outside of your top first level account. Let's dive into number 1 first. Have the minimum OV required for the rank. That's how it currently is right now anyway. To be a 15K, you need to have $15,000 volume. To be a 25K, you need to have $25,000 volume, so on and so forth. But number 2 makes a great difference to how we're doing things. Have the minimum amount of OV outside of your top first level account. What we mean by that is, if you look at this chart here, if you're looking at a 10K, let's say, in order to be a Soul Leader 10K, first you need to have the minimum OV of 10,000, and then you just need to have $4,000 outside of your top account. Now, what is your top account? It's the account on your first level that has the most amount of volume. Okay, so let's say you had 3 people on your first account, on your first level. One of them had, and you're a 10K, let's say one of them had $10,000 in volume, the other person had $1,000 in volume. Would you be a 10K? No, you would not, because you need $4,000 outside of that top account in order to hit that rank. And we're going to give you some more examples right now to make sure you guys fully understand that. Let's take the rank of Soul Leader 15K. There's 2 requirements. $15,000 in volume, $6,000 in volume outside your top account as shown on that chart. Now, let's look at this example. There's you and you've got these people here. If you added all these up, 7,500 plus 500 is 8,000, plus another 1,000, 9,000, plus another 3 is 12, plus another 3 is 15,000. So there we go, we got $15,000 in volume. First requirement is met. Now, do we have $6,000 outside the top account? We have 3,000, 3,000, 1,500. That's way more than 6,000, so absolutely we hit the rank of 15K in this example. Let's take it another step. How about this? Do we have $15,000 in volume? We do. Do we have $6,000 outside of our top account? We do. You can see you can go as wide as you want in order to make this happen. And these orders here that you can see this volume, they can be a member, they can be a specialist, they can be anybody you want. It doesn't matter. We're just looking at volume here, not rank. Okay, we're looking at volume. That's the change we're making. These don't have to be soul pros. They don't have to be soul leaders. They don't have to be soul elites. We're just strictly looking at volume to see where you're at with that. Let's take this example as well. These accounts are a little bit more in line with each other. There's not one that's really a ton bigger. You got 5,000 as your biggest account. Next highest is 4,000. You got a 3,000. You got all those others. Do we have $15,000 in volume? We do. Do you have at least 6,000 outside the top account? We do. Boom, you hit 15K. Let's look at this example though. You got a big account of $10,000. That's your top account. That's why the bubble's a little bit bigger on these examples. And then you count the volume next to it. We got 2,000 plus another 1,000 is 3,000 plus another 1,000, that's 4,000 plus another 1,000, that's 5,000. Do we hit the rank of Soul Leader 15K here? We meet the first requirement of having at least $15,000 in volume, but we do not have $6,000 in volume outside the top account. We only have $5,000 in volume. So what we would need to do is have another $1,000 there. Now this leg, you could add another leg of $1,000. You could add volume anywhere outside of that top account and make it count. And again, these can be members, these can be specialists, these can be leaders, this can be anybody you want, and you can make it work. Rebecca says, what's an account? How many people make an account? 1 or more. It's just one person. One person makes a leg. So that individual who has $10,000 there could be 10,000 different people underneath them with $1 each in their order, or that could be one person made a big order, or any bid size of an organization, right? So these are people that are first level directly to you. Each one of those bubbles represents one person that is there, but it also represents one organization. So they could have a big organization underneath them. I hope that helps. One person can spend that much? Wow, they could. It's possible, but most people won't. And so most of these circles represent an organization, okay? So that's the first big change that we had. And look at this. You can also see that you can have it flat all the way across. As long as you don't have one account that accounts for all of the volume, you can build it in any way you really want to. So here's a great example of that as well. You see you don't have one huge top account that pulls it out. You have a bunch that are all at the same. And that's fine, because all we're looking at is out of the top account, which is the highest volume level, and it could be the same as others. We'll just pick one, and then the system will just say, hey, do we have $6,000 outside that volume, outside of that top account? The benefits of that: first level accounts are not required to be at specific ranks. You spend a lot less time at the end of the month making adjustments. Currently, we have our smart plan placement, and it's just kind of a ruckus at the end of the month trying to move people around, make sure they're in the right spot. You spend hours doing this for some of the bigger leaders. And man, what a waste of time that is. So we're going to remove that need to do that for you starting at the end of June, right? Because this will go into place June 1. So really you only have to do that one more time, which is for the month of May, and then you'll never have to do that again, right? We have quicker progress up ranks due to more flexibility. You can build exactly how you want. That's why we're calling it rank freedom. And you get to maximize your business system instead of needing to force rank structures required by the company. So again, this removes the requirement or the need to even move people at all, right? Because you're going to be able to leave them exactly where they're at. It won't matter. You won't need to make a Soul Pro 1K in order to hit your rank. It won't matter. You can leave them exactly how you are, so you don't have that funny conversation of, hey, at the end of the month, I'm going to move some volume underneath you so I can hit my rank, but after the month closes, I'm going to have to move that out from underneath you. It can get a little awkward. So now we can just pull that volume out, put it on our first level, not have to worry about it anymore, moving it around, trying to make things happen. It's just going to be so much easier for everybody. And then truly, you could build. You have somebody who comes in who wants to build to the top rank. They could do that with just member accounts, just as wide as they want to go with member accounts. The main requirement here is you need to have at least 2 accounts on your first level, and the second account needs to be have the minimum volume amount required on here. And so that's a great thing we're seeing. And since we're not going to need second accounts to hit ranks anymore, new people coming in will not be allowed to have a second account until they hit the rank of Soul Elite 100K. All those who currently have second accounts will be grandfathered in, and we're going to help you get to that rank of 100K so we don't have to worry about it. Sound good? That is good to go there. Now, we also have increased Soul Prime benefits that we wanted to mention to you as well. First off, we want to double Soul Prime for your first 4 consecutive month ends. Currently, we're only at 3, but new people coming in, we want to give them that extra month to get double Soul Prime. You'll see a chart here shortly that'll explain that. Number 2, when you hit 7K for the first time, you get an extra month of double Soul Prime regardless of when you enrolled, which is awesome. It gives them a power boost up at 7K. And then at 10K, as you well know, when we do Soul to Soul qualifications, that's when you start getting the resort paid for. So we got great benefits coming in at 10K. So at 7K, we give you that power boost, hopefully to get you bumped up to that 10K to continue to move forward. Number 3, an upgrade gets the monthly upgrade is double Soul Prime plus 1 additional a month. We want to take care of our members as well and give them an incentive to upgrade and see great things happen for them as well. But we also wanted to give you a tool in case you have people who are a little bit on the fence trying to decide if they want to come in as a specialist or as a member. You can say, hey, if you want to come as a specialist, that's wonderful. And what we're going to do is give you 4 months of double Prime. But if you want to just become a member, that's great too, but we only give you 2 months at that point. So hopefully you can use that as an incentive to get people who are a little bit on the fence of signing up as a specialist to want to join with us there. And lastly, News Power Prime levels are paid at all ranks. I'll explain that right here. With the old Prime, we only had the 2 levels at minimum number of enrollments of 4 and 8. And what we had was when you hit Soul Leader 15K and started getting our Soul Driven bonus, you didn't qualify for these volume amounts anymore. As you can see on your screen though, we have Power Prime levels of 16 and 24 people. We are going to allow everybody at any rank to hit those any months they want. So they could get the Soul Driven bonus. Let's say they're at 50K and they're getting the Soul Driven bonus at $700. Plus, if they hit the Power Prime levels shown here, they can get an increased amount as well, which is awesome, guys. And so look at those numbers there. There's so many great things that can happen as long as we continue to build our business and get paid those extra bonuses. And especially for new people coming in, this can be a great way to help cover costs of getting going and up and running. There's some great benefits of this. As I mentioned before, helping new leaders succeed. You have the potential to earn double prime for the first 4 months, which I'll show you again in a second. That's a lot of money. They can earn up to $1,500 a month in their double prime per month. I mean, it's such a great thing. That's not counting even the SoulQuick bonuses they're getting on those amounts as well. It almost doubles the amount of money they're getting. You get up to $6,000 in Power Prime bonuses in the first 120 days, and you have money to help them transition to Soul, or as we talked about at Ignite, to repot them and get them in a great spot. It's great fertilizer to help them to grow. You can also plan special events around this with the potential of $750 bonus any month for those who are beyond the initial 4-month period that aren't getting double prime. You can have a great event and sign up 24 people with $5,000 in volume, and boom, you get an additional $750 that month as a Power Prime bonus on top of the SoulQuick dollars that you're going to be getting anyway. It's such an awesome deal, and it's excellent to use with special events and promotions, which we love. Again, look at these volume levels here. If you can get to those levels, you're going to see some great things happen. We see the little rank badges as well that come with those, so we'll be able to share those with you so you can help your people see those and be recognized for the great things that are going on there. Sound good? Again, everybody can hit Power Prime levels no matter what rank you are at. If you're above 15K, you can only hit those two. You can't hit the lower amounts, but you can hit them anytime you want, right? So that's a big thing. We had a special promotion for those that were at Ignite, which is another reason to come be with us at all these events. SoulQuick commissions. We know that we love to earn SoulQuick commissions. We should be getting payday every Friday when the money hits your bank accounts. Every day would be awesome as you look in your Soul Wallet getting paid. As you can see, our current amounts getting paid are at 45% and 30%. Recently, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, who oversees business and everything that's going on, they came out and said, listen guys, you should not pay increased rewards for recruitment of affiliates or distributors versus customers. Okay, they want to make sure that there's not this pay-to-play thing where you're just signing up people without really having a strong member base. And so to keep us safe and to keep you guys safe, again, this is just a ruling that was recently had. We want to make sure that we're in line with that and to simplify and make this better as well. We're starting June 1st. We are going to have just a flat SoulQuick commission payout. So whether you sign up a new member or new brand specialist, you get 35%. So again, super easy to explain to your new specialist as you're signing them up. Hey, any new enrollment order, you get 35%. No minimum amount required. Let's get them in. And so for a lot of us that sign up a lot of members, this is actually going to give you a raise because you're going from 30% to 35%, which is such an awesome deal. And those that had a good mix of specialists and members as well, this puts them right in that same spot anyway. We're actually going to be committed to paying out the same amount. It's just going to be a lot easier for everybody to teach people and to keep track of this themselves. So that 35% obviously is based off of commissionable volume of all new enrollment orders, which we absolutely love. Now, we also have a mentor match going on currently. It's one of the most confusing things I think out there. And as you can see, it's made up of a pool that's divided out amongst 5Ks and above. The percentage has been dropping for the past while because we have more 5Ks coming up through the company without the amount of money being put into that pool to be equal to the amount of new 5Ks, which is a great problem to have. We have new 5Ks coming up, which is awesome. But the percentage being paid out is 3.78 of qualifying commissions, meaning that all of our specialists that are qualifying for this at 5K and above, if they had a specialist in their organization that made $100 in commissions for the month, this mentor match would give them $3.78, which isn't a ton based off of $100. So what we wanted to do here was simplify this as well and really give you some great incentive to focus on taking care of your members and your specialists well after the fact that they've already placed their first order, and really focus on retention and reorders, because we all know the longer they're on the products, the better results they get. So we really want to incentivize that. And so what we are doing is we are replacing Mentor Match with the Mentor Bonus. And it looks like this. Mentor Bonus is going to be based off of all non-enrollment mentored volume, which is just another way to say reorders. Okay, so non-enrollment mentored volume. The system will go in there and say, how many people has John Smith mentored for the month? How much volume do they have? Oh, look, they have $5,000 in reorder volume for the month in QV. So we are going to pay him 4% of that CV off of that qualification and put it into his Soul wallet at the end of the month. So it gives you a great incentive to help your people place reorders and move forward. And think how easy this is to talk to people about. Hey, you get a 35% Soul Quick when they place their first order, and all reorders after that, after they get up to $3,000, here's a quick chart to show you that percentage you're getting. Plus, you get all the Smart Plan commissions as well. So it's such a slick and easy thing, and it really enhances the power for you guys to take control and to grow and to really build an organization that's amazing. And as you can see on the right side here, we have our average per account. That's the average amount of money over a 22-month period that I analyzed, just to see how much extra money that's going to put in your pocket. As you can see, as each percentage goes up, it pretty much doubles almost in amount of money you're going to be able to receive. So continue to focus on that and grow. You're going to see a new card come June 1 on your dashboard that is going to show you exactly how much money you have in reorder volume for the month and who those are and what percentage you're at and how much money you're at. So it's really going to be simple to see on your dashboard exactly where you're at with this bonus, so you can be incentivized to continue to grow. I would hate for you to end the month at $4,999, knowing that had you made one more contact and reminded one more person about placing an order that month, you would have gotten a whole percentage more, which, as you can see, is a lot more money into your pocket, right? So we're gonna make that very clear in your dashboard. Really, really excited about this. I think it's gonna be a game changer for a lot of you. To help with that though as well, we have a Soul subscription program we are coming out with. This is going to take the place of our SoulSafe auto ship. A lot of people in the world of all the world hate the term auto ship because it is something that most companies, once you get into, you cannot get out of. It's just a terrible thing. Got to write a letter to your senator to have them get out of it or whatever it is, and it's just a mess. We want to make sure this is something that's super simple. So you're going to continue to have the opportunity to turn it on and off. What we're going to do though is incentivize you to stay on. Okay. How many of you have ever purchased something off of Amazon and you see on the right-hand side, it says subscribe and save? You can save money right this minute if you're willing to make this a recurring order, a subscription order. We all see that, right? And so we are going to get in line with what everybody else is seeing outside of this industry, make it very comfortable for people to purchase. So it will look like this. You tell somebody about the new, the Soul products, and they love it. They go to place an order. And when they place that order, they see a little button there that says, hey, if you want to sign up for our Soul subscription, we'll give you 10% off right now of that order. They click on that button, they see that they get the 10% taken off that order, and they are good to go. Now, the next month that comes out and their order is less than $150, they get 10% off of it. If it's over $150, they get 20% off. Now, currently it pays Soul Rewards on the back end, right? You're all aware of that. This is gonna be an upfront discount. So people are gonna see it immediately. They have a $200 order in there. They're gonna see 20% taken off of that. How much is 20% of $200? $40, boom, taken off right up front. And they're gonna save money immediately. And then we're not gonna worry about adding Soul Rewards at the tail end. We're just gonna give that upfront discount and call it good. Then month 2 comes out. Their order's still at $200. Boom, now they get 21% taken off up front. And then let's say, hey, you know what? Man, money's a little tight this month or whatever. I'm going to be out of town all month. So all I need is just a bottle of Soul, or a box of Soul Vital. And so it's going to be, $47 or so. Month 3, that auto ship comes out and I get 12% off because now my order's less than $150. As you can see, you can fluctuate between the less than $150 and over $150. The system just wants to make sure that you have an auto ship or a subscription order in there. As long as it sees you've had one, you're good to go. It doesn't matter how much that money is. You can just automatically have that percentage taken out, and it grows until you can see once you get to month 6, it maxes out at 25% and 15%, which is awesome. So you may ask yourself, man, when this rolls out, what are we going to do? Like, where do we start? Do we all have to start over? No, absolutely not. Anyone with an active auto ship, when we turn this on, will be grandfathered in at the highest level. So now you're going, I want to get as many people in as possible. So when this happens, they can save as much money as possible. So what we're going to do for the Soul subscription program is we're going to turn that on July. Okay, in July. Once July hits, we'll turn this on. So you have the whole month, the rest of the month of May, you got 2 weeks left in May, you got the whole month of June to talk to your specialists and your members and say, hey, get your, as of right now, your AutoShip, your SoulSafe, get an order in. Because when this turns on in July, if you've already had one in the month of June, or if you sign up in June and have it turned on and it's active, you're gonna be grandfathered in at the highest percentage. But what happens if we turn that off? You go back to the very beginning. Okay, so we want to incentivize people to stay on it. If they turn it off for any reason, skip a month, the system's just going to look and say, hey, you didn't have one last month. We're going to start over at the beginning at month 1 at 10% or 20%. Then you have to build up to it over the course of 6 months. This will make it a lot easier for you as leaders to help your people stay on programs and keep orders coming, and which in turn, which will increase your mentor bonus that I showed you before, because these are all reorders, right? So we're giving you a great tool to use to help maximize your mentor bonus, which also maximizes the SMART plan, because the SMART plan is based off of reorders as well, right? All that recurring volume. So it's such a good thing. And you're gonna see great things happen with this. So your main job for the next month is to get as many people on an AutoShip as possible. So when we turn this on, you guys are all good to go and you don't have to worry about having people come in at a lower volume level. Sound good? Want to make sure we're taking care of this. Notes about the Soul Subscription Program. First time subscription turn on order, get 10% off your order, max of $40 off. One-time turn-on incentive only, meaning if you have somebody sign up and they're like, yeah, I want to turn that on, click that button, save 10%, and then the next month they're like, never mind, I don't want it anymore, and they turn it off. That's fine. They'll get a little warning thing that'll come up and say, hey, if you turn this off, you have to start over at the minimum amount. They're like, I don't care, turn it off. They then can't go place another order that next month and have that same offer of 10% off again because they've already used that up, okay? So it's a one-time per account only, okay? We can't just be monkeying with that back and forth, which again is good for you because it gives them incentives to stay on their subscription order. If you have a month without a Soul subscription order, you go back to the minimum percentage, 10 or 20%, and have to rebuild. So again, we're rewarding that loyalty for staying on it. You can fluctuate between the less than $150 percentages and the more than $150 from month to month. No problem, we'll take care of you. Number 4, if you use Share the Wealth code, you can still get $10 in Soul rewards, and they still get their 10% off their order when they turn on their AutoShip. You may ask yourself, well, what if I give my Share the Wealth and they decide to click on that button that it's 10% off, or they could save $10? Which one's better? How does this work? The system will look at it and say, whatever is higher, the 10% or the $10, we will honor that and give them off their discount. So for instance, if you have somebody who's just purchasing, the Soul Royal 40 count, and it's in the $80 range, 10% is about $8. $10 is higher if you use the Share the Wealth code, because with Share the Wealth, you get $10 off that first order. So we would honor that $10. But if they place a $200 order, well, 10% off of $200 is $20. Which is higher than the $10 they would have gotten if they just use Share the Wealth. So we'll honor that. Whatever's higher, we'll honor that. Plus, on the back end, we'll still give you, for sharing your Share the Wealth code, your referral code, we'll still give you $10 in Soul rewards to make sure you're taken care of. Lastly, we will give out prizes for having consecutive months with a SoulSafe order and having certain milestones that you hit. Think of like mileage rewards with rent-a-car places or airplanes or airlines. When you hit certain milestones, they give you some extra benefits. Think of that in terms of what we're looking at here. And this will be available for members and specialists both. We want to reward you for that loyalty and doing wonderful things, so we'll take care of you with that. Sound good? Again, when the new Soul subscription starts in July, all those with an active AutoShip will automatically be set at the highest level, and we want to take care of you for that, so we are in a good spot. Sound good? That is a lot of changes, okay? And I recognize what we're doing there. We're simplifying it, we're improving it, we're making it easy to talk to new people, we're getting it more in line with what we're seeing out in the industry that's just starting to take place. We want to get in a great spot for those who are interested in signing up social media influencers or affiliates. This puts you in a great spot because now they can come in and hit any rank with that rank freedom that we're giving and still have a wonderful opportunity to grow, plus incentivizing reorders and retention, which is exactly what we need to focus on to get people the best results possible. And then making it even easier to be on a subscription program and rewarding people up front for that to make sure you're taken care of. We're also going to take off the minimum amount of soul rewards you can use on a subscription program. So those who have a lot of rewards, they can get those used up quickly. And then since they won't be earning them on SoulSafe orders, right now I have about 42% of our orders going out in auto ships. So since you won't be earning soul rewards on those because you're getting an upfront discount, it should make it easier for you guys because you don't have to call as many people and say, hey, your soul rewards are about to expire, place an order. It'll just make the system a lot cleaner and easier for you, which we want to make sure we do as well. So tons of improvements, tons of simplification. This isn't even all of them. We'll jump into some more next week as well. But man, we just really want to take care of you. As Joanna says, yes, my head is spinning. I'm sure it is. You're gonna have to watch this a lot. You should have all received a text or an email if you signed up for our text line, that you received your text messages on for this, with a link talking about these changes. Read it, understand it. You're gonna be in a great spot for it. But keep joining us Monday morning Talking Success so we can make sure we take care of you and get you going with that. Sound good? Woo! I need a drink. Perfect. Now, it looks like, because we got so many people on with us today, that Kristen came in and added an extra bottle for you guys to be given, which is awfully sweet of her. She must really like you guys. So there you go. We're giving out 4 today because we love you so much. And guys, we've got a great amount of names in here. So we are going to see who is feeling lucky. Let's go. As Lillian Rodriguez says, all these changes have me pumped up. They should. They should. There's so many good things happening, guys, and we've got so much more coming, and it's so exciting to be a part of Soul right now and all the things we've got going on. So let's go with the Excel bottle first. We'll go left to right as I'm looking at it. We got Diane Mickelson. Diane Mickelson, you are our first winner up in Idaho. There you go. We're going with the white tumbler with the straw. Let's do this. Maria brought her own Cinemate cup, so she doesn't have to be jealous of me anymore. It's a great way to go, Maria, because there's a lot of people jealous. We got Alma Lovett. Alma Lovett, you got yourself the tumbler. Congratulations, Alma. Hope you made it home all right. Next, we're going with the green insulated. Here we go. We got Ruth Chavez. Ruth Chavez, you got yourself the bottle there, and last but not least, this little shaker bottle as well. Here we go, and the winner of that one is Grace Rios. Grace Rios, you got yourself a little bottle as well, you guys. Man, we got you covered. That was a lot of information quickly. Rewatch this if you need to. Check out our text, but do not miss this because we're going to be covering a lot of the same material, diving deeper into it. How's it going to work? How to apply it to our organizations? What is it going to look like for us? And we'll get you taken care of moving forward. Sound good? All right, guys, I sure love you guys. Keep sharing soul, and we'll see you again next week.